a step back and enjoy. Enter Sandman. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Virginia Tech's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Catch in the middle. It's Heat. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Made a defender miss. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Overton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the 1st points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that 1st drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that 1st drive. Move the football.
Continues to fight for yards. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Orange offense will get its 1st chance now. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The give on the option. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Russell. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in there.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Hokies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Hokies! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Makes the quick grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Wiggins. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Keith. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. We've been watching them all year, but David, it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit right now, having won the last 2.
Yeah, they're in the category of others receiving votes. Like, there's those next 26, 27, 28. These guys, they're right on the cusp of getting ranked. They've had a really good start to their season.
And they're about to get that recognition then if they can just keep winning. You got to stick to the formula. This is a team that prides themselves on being physical and executing. You got to see that today.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Punt is in the air. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Snagged in the middle. It's Heath. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of...
There he goes! The 40! At the 20! Touchdown, Syracuse! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for Lynch.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt, now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offense...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. On the run, it's Overton. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse right back at it. To the air on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. Syracuse mere inches away from a 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. So an 82-yard drive there. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Newsome. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. And the Hokies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there, go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Duke. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolled. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
Works the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen him do this, we've seen him do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew what was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the second half.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Hokies line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's James. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's looking downfield to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. Takes it on the return. And there he goes. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Caught over the middle. It's Wiggins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Orange.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Central Michigan is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Chippewas on the scoreboard.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Wants to fire on second down. A strike downfield.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he could carve up this defense.
Going to swing it on second down. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Keith. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier set. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete on the right side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Would they go for a big play on first and 10? Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's James. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. How aggressive will they get on first and 10? To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a
decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Newsome. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Heath. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdowns.
He'll take a shot. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Now the play fake. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it-runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Hokies! Great job by the back on the option. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense in plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive, someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll run play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Unloads to the wideout. Didn't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away. And
Breaks into the open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Hokies will have it first and 10. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's first and 10. Going to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Hokies will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They're going to run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll try the run, and he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Pushes toward the goal line. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out.